Good morning, Puerto Vallarta. How you feeling today? How you feeling? Calm, collected, worried, apprehensive? I feel tired. I think I'll recover here in just a little while, but I'm still here and still rolling. For those who aren't here and aren't looking out at our glorious city right now at the windows like I am, I can tell you it's a hazy but beautiful mid morning in Puerto Vallarta. It's about 9:15 a.m. So for those who aren't here, I could say things look, pretty normal out there. There's not quite as much traffic, but I hear the sounds of people out there working and the trucks going by and the beeping and all the noises of Puerto Vallarta in Mexico that sometimes annoy us, but are pretty endearing today. I can say, and I reported this yesterday, that the code red is not officially lifted, but it's going to be reviewed. I reported on that last night that they're holding off till Wednesday. But people are out and about. I'm not telling you should be out and about, but people are. They're trying to get back to normal, and things feel tranquil out there. No matter what news you're seeing in your country or may not be seeing, or your part of Mexico. It looks pretty normal and calm out there. No guarantees. Things are fluid. Most businesses are opening up, getting a lot of messages about that. Transportation's running, buses, taxis, airports open. I see flights behind me, and gas is open. Schools are not open today. As I mentioned, schools will open tomorrow. So those of you with kids, obviously the schools are a great indicator on like safety. They don't send kids out into the streets unless they're feeling safe and secure. So how are things looking in your neighborhood? To me, things look not so busy, but fairly calm. Definitely, if you got any comments or updates of how things look in your neighborhood. The burned out shells of an ox aren't going to make you feel great, no doubt about that. Um, but maybe we're heading back to normal. I'm talking to the businesses and the groups I'm doing stuff with. I'm scheduled to MC again for Changing Lives on the first, which is a great event. It's probably one of my favorite events all year, and I'm not here to necessarily to promote that, but I'll be there and I'll be wondering. Like last year, we had about 600 people, and talking to the people that are running it, American English Tree, Eddie, and Hell's Kitchen, they seem like it's going to be great. They just got to make sure, are people going to come out? So I think that's a big indicator. I hope I see a few of you there. I'll be emceeing it again. It's a great fun event. Outside of that, we'll see what the day brings. And now I've got to start thinking. Is this a sustainable project I'm working on here? Does it stay as Puerto Vallarta Real News or something a little lighter? Clearly, when the news is happening and the shit's hitting the fan, sorry for my language, this is going to be really important. I'll spin it up, but do we want this in some other format? Going forward, I'm happy to, put a little bit of put a little umph into this on a weekly or I don't know about daily. I'm pretty busy with the television news, as we know. If I was just fully retired, people always tell me I'm the busiest retired person out there. Because on Monday nights generally I'm doing the news, which involves a lot of script writing and things like that. I'm doing a lot of charity events with people, and doing free emceeing for those. If all the money's going to charity, I got a message here that says, there's a Elton John tribute at Act 2BV tonight at 7:30. I hope people come out. Well, that's great. I'm not here to promote a bunch of stuff, but honestly, that's a great message about returning to potentially normal. That's pretty cool. Yeah, somebody's asking if the taxi service is back in regular. Yeah, I think so. I think it's on right now. So maybe we are all back to normal. Thanks for asking that. I know a lot of people are wondering about that. Outside of that, honestly, I love getting the messages while I'm talking to you about the stuff that is actually still happening. That's the key. So I'm not telling you go out, do things, go out on the street, party up like it was, before this. Um, Somebody's got poker at their house tonight. Good to know. Everybody go to Tim's house. That's amazing. Hey Tim, last event I emceed was the chili cook-off. So that's fun stuff. All right, well, that's it for now. So maybe maybe now the discussion is continue to provide the news when something big happens. But I provide a lot of that on television right now every Monday night at 7 on CPS News with Jesse and Brent. If you go to YouTube and you type CPS News in English, you're going to find it. Maybe that wasn't something you were really tracking before. Maybe this was just paradise for you. You didn't really want to hear about the news, but maybe now you do. So that's still happening, and maybe this thing I'm doing, I don't have a better word for it, evolves into something else, and I'm open for suggestions. I think doing news every single day is kind of repetitive to what I already do. So if you've got great ideas, something you want, I don't want to make it really long. I'm thinking, 5 to 10 minutes and just kind of a touch base. That'd be kind of fun for me too. As you live this life, I am busy with TV, but I do sometimes struggle for things to do on purpose. I love riding my motorcycle and doing all kinds of fun stuff outside, but this is fun. I enjoy this a lot. So think about it. Give me your great ideas. I'd love to hear them. But mostly, thanks for tuning in, and let's see what the day brings because I don't know either. All right. I'll keep bringing you real news and maybe some fun and some good stuff. Thanks for chiming in, everybody. Have a great day. Brent Lane. Peace out.